Welcome to Chapter 4 on phrases and
This lesson will introduce you to the differences between phrases and clauses. A phrase is a group of related words that do not have a subject or a predicate. This group of words functions as a single part of speech, so the phrase could function as an adjective modifying a noun, or an adverb modifying a verb, adverb, or adjective in the sentence. Clauses, on the other hand, do contain a subject and a verb, and if they form a complete thought, we call them an independent clause or a simple sentence. However, if we start that clause with a subordinating conjunction like because, then our clause is not independent. It needs more information to make sense, and we call it dependent or subordinate. Look at the examples below. The first one says, the boats are lined up along the shore. Boats is our subject. Are lined is our verb phrase. The sentence makes sense on its own, so it is independent. Whereas our second example, we've included the subordinating conjunction because. When read, it says, because the boats are lined up along the shore. Because of that conjunction, this no longer makes sense by itself. It needs more information to complete the thought. So we call this a subordinate or dependent clause. Let's look a little more closely at a subordinate clause. A subordinate clause contains a subject and a verb, but does not express a complete thought, and it cannot stand alone. Subordinate clauses are introduced by such words as because, that, when, and which. Words like because, although, when, whenever, until, after, and so on are called subordinating conjunctions. Words like who, whom, whose, which, and that are called relative pronouns. So why is it important to know the difference between a dependent and independent clause, or to use them in the first place? Well, using dependent or subordinate clauses makes your writing more mature, and it helps to give your reader more information about your subject and to tie your ideas together. So look at the example at the top. The girl sits next to me in class. She is wearing a red sweater. Really, those two ideas need to go together. And by using a relative pronoun who, you can combine them into the girl who is wearing a red sweater sits next to me in class, making a more mature sentence and tying your ideas together. For more practice, go to the link below and take the quiz on clauses.